Okay, I'm over here at this another cellar project, only this is not for potatoes, this is for bees. So this gravel that got dug out of the center and drug up on here was dry and it's super segregated, so I'm gonna go get the water tanker, soak it up good and try to mix it up so she'll stick. But these guys are gonna have to move their stuff. Maybe I'll have to go talk to them and see if they can get it all out of the way if they're not gonna work Saturday, so I can work in here. I got that tin sitting on some of it, but nothing I can do about that. I'll just have to work around it. Anyway, Matt said I left a trail of oil out the yard bad, and so I'm wondering if when I steam cleaned it, if that front seal didn't start leaking. He said I left a trail down the road, and I don't know, I need to put a front seal in it bad. Yeah, look at that, holy moly, man, that's pouring out great. That don't look like engine oil though. It's like something else. It's like hydraulic or something. Yabba dabba doo. Coming out this side bad. Yeah, I don't know what that is coming out of there. Son of a gun. And I'm not gonna be able to do anything till I fix it. Holy cow. What is that? Hello. Yep. I don't know. Trying to figure that out now. Over at the cellars in Moreland. Matt's coming to get me. Wait. Well, I don't know what it is. It's not black. It's a clear oil. Can't possibly be engine oil. Great. Oh, wish I'd have noticed that before I left. I never brought it over here. Yeah, that's clear oil. Well, it's not clear. Kind of looks like transmission oil. Boy, she's pouring out too. Wow. I bet I got a broken hose up in there or something. Look at that. Huh. Jeez, Jeff. That'll be a mess to fix, won't it? I bet I got a hydraulic hose up in there that's kaput. Before I left, I reached over and grabbed the lever to lift the ripper. And I'll bet money it's a ripper line. I bet these are the ripper lines. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I'll have to have new ones built, hook them onto these and pull them through. That's just great. Somebody lost their glove. Anyway, they go over there, and in the back there, be taking the air tank out. Just what I needed today. Something to fix. It's these two. But one of them's broke. I just got done changing the ripper line hoses, so I left the yard this morning, and on the way out I always grab the ripper lever and pull it back just to make sure the ripper's all the way up, because sometimes it leaks down. Anyway, it blew the hose up underneath there, and the boys called me and said, "You're leaking oil bad, leaving a trail down the road." So I went to Western, or I called at Western, gave him the hose number, and he says, "Well, I'm missing one end, but Idaho Falls has got that end." And I said, "Well, could Idaho Falls build the hose?" And he said, "No, they don't have any hose." So I went to Idaho Falls and got the end. So tomorrow morning I'll get the water tanker over here. I'm over at these cellars in Moreland. These aren't gonna be potato cellars. These are gonna be to store honeybees in. So this one's gonna have AC, but I gotta water all this gravel that got dumped around on here, and all the fines got knocked out of it, so it got placed dry. And that's what happens to gravel when you work it dry, is all the fines fall out, and then you just end up with segregated cobble rocks. So Jeffrey's going to fix that, make it nice, get that done, then I can move on to some other stuff. Anyway, all I got's my phone, my new S23. I forgot to bring my GoPro, so you missed out on a lot of swear words. It's getting that time of night. I gotta go out and spread a load of water for the crop dusters, so see you later. Alrighty then, so I got the water tanker over here at the cellar this morning. The guys aren't working. I wish they were, because I'd like them to move their telehandler and that job trailer, but I guess I'm gonna be working around it. Maybe I can, if they left the keys in the telehandler, I can move that. I might have to get Jake over here to see if he can move the trailer. So got the hoses all on the blade yesterday evening, so now I need to dump some oil in her, see if that's gonna fill it. I only brought a 2.5 gallon jug. I don't see. It's in the sight glass, I think. I don't know. Let's see if we can hit the hole. Get her to go. Might be going home for another jug. Graders don't have a very big tank, so 2.5 gallons ought to make quite a dent in it. Okay, where are we? Geez, I don't know if we're even on the sight glass. I can't tell. Yeah, we're in the operating range, wouldn't you say? I don't know, maybe you can see that. I think, if I'm seeing it correctly, we're right there. Alrighty then. Let's get her fired up. I need a new seat cover bad. Bad. Alright. Glow plug time for 10-15 seconds. Still in there. Do I dare run the ripper up and down? Let's try it. Find out, I guess. Till it warms up, it'll kill it. That neutralizes the pump, and then you can let it up once it starts. Yeah, it went down a little, not bad. I don't see any leaks. Leaks there. Oh, we're good. It's all good. So once that warms up and gets some air in it, I'll move the grater out of the way and then just start soaking this. It's not too bad, but it's just got really bad spots where it's segregated. So get some water in it, roll it around, we should be good. Sure wish all this stuff was out of here. You know, like, wait till they're done, but I got other stuff to do. I gotta get this done, so get as much as I can. They want me to come back later, I will. I gave them a price to put 3/4 down, and it was quite expensive. There's a lot of area here, so they opted to just, for right now, fix this gravel up so that it's segregated, and then maybe later put the 3/4 down. But they'll bring in semis with the bees on them, then load them in the cellar, the bee storage. We're in kind of a hole here. Years ago, we stripped this corner and piled all the dirt there. There was a guy that was gonna build something in here and he wanted it stripped to the gravel, but if it was me, I think I'd have taken all that dirt and raised that cellar way up, raised all this ground up, then hauled gravel in for a base to drive on. I don't like being in a hole, and everybody that I see that puts buildings and stuff in holes, they end up regretting it. They end up calling you back, and You know, they're like, hey, I got a water problem. Well, not much you can do about it now. It is what it is. So I'll go around and around here till I get her watered up good and then get on the blade, see what I can do. So this one's a little different than the other one they did. That's really deep. And the other one is quite a bit narrower and it slopes up to this end. This one's all flat. Wonder why they did that. And then the boys had to come in and backfill this and get a roller because it was so wide. I don't know. That seems like a whole lot of extra concrete to pour for nothing, but what do I know? So somebody was asking about those pieces up there where the tin attaches the roof, and I can see bolts sticking up, so that's all bolted down, and I think there's mastic under there. Yeah, I can see some butyl, so that seals it up. But I'm sure this one will get sprayed with foam. They all do. Walls get sprayed, tin gets sprayed. That's why it's important that they have no leaks in the tin. You get water down between the tin and that urethane and it will rust those panels out right now. So I've spread a whole bunch of water, you'd never know it. We'll see how it goes here. So this is segregated so damn bad, I can't get down underneath some of it to get the fines up. So I'm literally having to plow it. And when they knock all the fines out of the gravel, this is what you got to do, is get down deep and roll it up, and then I'll have to go back over it, mix it all back together. I mean, the segregation's everywhere. I guess what I should have done was just plowed the whole son of a gun to start with, but I've been over it twice and I just can't get under. Some of these pockets are so deep I can't get under them grading flat, so I'm gonna plow it. If that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. Alright, so I got this mess mixed back up in pretty good. I'm gonna have to get the water tanker and go after it around there before I grade it again. But when you work with gravel like this, even 3/4, you have to have water in it. You can't work it dry. It just destroys it. I get guys that go, hey, where do I get some good gravel? And I go, why? What do you mean? They go, well, this shit I got from so-and-so is junk. It's just marbles. And I'm like, well, that's because you worked it dry. And one of the worst things you can do with gravel is work it with a box scraper, something that's not rolling it and processing it while it's wet. Now, if it's got plenty of moisture in it, you might be able to work it with a box scraper, but still, every time you pick up and feather it out, you segregate it. It just doesn't work. And when we move it with scrapers, if it's dry, it's not segregated. You put it down where it needs to be and don't drag it again until you get water in it. If you do that, you won't have segregation, but if you're constantly working it, you're just going to have nothing but segregation. I don't think I've ever seen gravel this segregated, that deep. It's quite a mess. So I got it done the best I could. It's just got too much rock in it and not enough fines. It's like this stuff here, there's nothing in there to mix up. You'd either have to put more gravel on top of it and try to cover it up or haul it off. So years ago, we came in with the scrapers and we stripped all the topsoil off and we piled it over here. And as you can see, it's about 50% dirt and 50% rock. That's what we call moorland topsoil. Anyway, if it would have been me, we'd have shot all this grade and made sure that the water isn't going to run clear down there and just be a giant pond. I'd have taken that dirt and raised this way up, and then I would have went out here on this other piece of ground. You don't have to go very deep. Poked a hole, got enough gravel to gravel all this on a 3% so that water would run down there around the corner. We'd have moved this pile so that the water would have went over that way or to the back of the property. That's what I would have done. They wanted to put 3/4 on it, and I told them, well, it's about $6,000 worth of material to put 4 inches of crushed on it, and they really didn't want to spend that much money, so they're gonna have to live with this, I guess. I mean, right up in here, I just plowed it and tried to mix the fines in, but there's just not enough to do it. There's a nice blazer. Hi, Kevin. Anyway, so I'm out of here. Saturday. I'm gonna go home, find something else to do. Maybe I'll sit under the shade tree with Mr. Griffey. That sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? Got my buddy with me. We're doing a little irrigating today. You ready to go, Griff? Yeah, heck yeah.